We are going to take a look at carpal tunnel syndrome, which is one of the most common problem with our hands these days because we spend a lot of time on the computer, the phones, typing, and also scrolling through social media. Hi, welcome to Stress Out Stress Free. If you haven't met yet, my name is Vincent Woon, where I help people like you stay stress free by changing one habit at a time. And if you're new, please say hi in the chat so we can properly welcome you. And if watching after the fact, also you can just say hi or leave a question and we'll be happy to answer you. Okay? Alright, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button and also click on the bell so that when the live you will get notification right away. Okay, today's topic is going to be carpal tunnel syndrome and hand pain explained. So basically I'm going to explain to you what carpal tunnel is, right? Okay, there are many risks of carpal tunnel syndrome, because of our work involve repetitive movement with especially with our joint, right? Carpal tunnel is basically with a joint. So we can try to avoid this movement, but first let us understand what it is and why should we care about it, right? So let's see. All right, let me just go to the other screen. Let me just fix this camera here. Right here. Okay, hi. All right. So what is carpal tunnel syndrome? Okay, basically carpal tunnel syndrome is what? Anyone know? All right. Carpal tunnel syndrome is the condition where your median nerve becomes compressed. Let me just draw this out for you. Let me just turn on my. Okay. All right. Let's see what happened to my pen. Okay, this one will be better. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's say this is your fingers. Can you see? All right, there we go. So your fingers, right? Your fingers, okay. And this is your wrist. Your wrist. All right. Okay, and let me just draw the hand. This is your hand. Oops, and the thumb. Anyways, okay. All right. So not a good drawing, but anyways, what this is let me just change one color here. Let me change to red. Okay, this is your wrist, right? We're looking from the palm facing up. So your medial nerve, this one here is the tunnel. The round one is the tunnel. Your medial nerve goes through here, okay, and then up onto your arm, right? So what happened here is, let me just change another color. Let's do purple. Okay, what happened is when you have carpal tunnel, what happened is there's a band around your wrist here. So this is the band around. Oops. This is the band that's around your wrist. So when you use it all the time, what happens is, with the repetitive use, it kind of like tightens up. So over here, it tight. Let me just get another, maybe white. Yeah, okay. So it tightens up this way. So when it tightens up, right? Can you see? It's too white. Let me change another color. Pink maybe, yeah. Okay, when it tightens up this way, right? Yeah. So when you use too much of your wrist, it tightens up. So it hits the medial nerve, and that's why it causes all those pain and Let me just take that out first. Okay. All right, so it causes all those pain, and that's how you get like numbness and sometimes tingling, tingling down your hand and fingers and numb. So let's go to what are the causes of carpal tunnel? Well, what do you think causes carpal tunnel? Of course, yeah, because the compression, right? Okay, so what causes the carpal tunnel? Let me know in the chat. All right, so let's go ahead. Carpal tunnel, sometimes it can affect both hands. Most people have problem with the right hands, but not right hand, one hand. But I also know that it's also the leading cause of people lost time from work, especially in the United States. I worked with a while ago, way back, like when I was working in corporate America. I have a receptionist. She's like, thank God it's a union job though, because she's like out about 6 months of the year because she have a carpal tunnel syndrome, and after surgery she still have the pain, and she's like, I don't know if she's taking advantage of it, but I think honestly it's probably all the pain that creates all, because she's only been there as the kind of like receptionist operator kind of thing, maybe like more than 30-40 years. So she's been there when she's young. So it's probably that's what it is. It's repetitive use of the same. You're doing the same thing all the time. Although you make sure that you take it. We can detect it and then make sure we prevent it by taking precautions and stuff, right? So what other causes that might create the carpal tunnel? They found out that it's diabetes, thyroid dysfunction, fluid retention from pregnancy, menopause, high blood pressure. Watch out, high blood pressure. Yep, high blood pressure seems to be like the thing in most diseases. So most pain and stuff. So let's make sure you take care of high blood pressure. And I, for one, know because I'm one of them. So I always have high blood pressure, but never really take care. But now have to pretty much be serious, and I see the consequences. Okay, we'll talk about it some other time. Yeah, autoimmune system also like rheumatoid arthritis. If arthritis, or you might have fracture or trauma in the wrist, and sometimes also with swelling and bleeding. Will cause carpal tunnel. Of course, not forgetting the culprit is like the constant use or extended repeated motion, like which contribute to swelling and compression and onto the middle nerve. Like when you positioning your wrist while using your keyboard, that's important. How you hold your mouse and how you hold the mouse, because if you're holding the mouse like this, it's going to create tension on the wrist, and it might just tighten up your band, and then you press onto your medial nerve, right? And also prolonged exposure of vibration, like using tools that vibrates, like maybe for the construction worker, they're trying to use the jackhammer, right? So it just creates vibration, and it creates tightness to the wrist, right? And also like people playing piano or typing, right? People on the computers, yeah. Okay, all right. So those are most of the causes that that happens in that. And let's see who are. Oops. Never mind. I missed out one. Let's say, what are the signs? Okay, so scratch that. I missed one in the slide. So, okay, what are the warning signs that, a couple syndrome. What are the warning signs of couple syndrome, right? So basically, as we said earlier, like signs like pain, you feel pain in your palm area, and then also your thumb area. Okay, and everywhere except the pinky. Right? I don't know. Maybe the pinky is the last one. Nobody wants to bother about it. Okay, so you're feeling that your fingers are full or swollen, but then if you look at it, it's not swollen. So it's not, and it's not swollen. So it gets the feeling of it. Yeah. So muscles at the base of the thumb, and sometimes muscles here like shrink, become smaller. And you have pains up the arm, goes all the way up. Usually it's around your wrist here, okay? But sometimes it can go all the way up to the shoulder. Yep. And pain and tingling, and the pain and tingling, the tingling and numbness worsen, and at night, and when it's affected, your hand is all warm, okay? And also weakness in the hand. Like sometimes you're going to pick up an object, it's like loop. you fall off right away, and you're just wondering like, why, right? Okay, so those are the signs and symptoms, right? So let's go now to, right, this is the right one. Who gets carpal tunnel syndrome? Okay, let's let me know who gets who gets carpal tunnel syndrome. Put in the chat below and let me know. Okay, who gets carpal tunnel syndrome? Okay, so according to research, right? Let me just 1 second. Green tea. All right. So according to research, there's people say women are 3 times more likely to get carpal tunnel than men. Okay, certain conditions like diabetic, gout, hypothyroidism, and rheumatoid arthritis, like also pregnancy, sprain, and fracture of the wrist is some of the causes. Okay, so people like a chef or baker, they hold the pan, and then the spatula, and baker they do a lot of kneading and stuff, and then pulling the dough, stretching the dough, right? All right. And also government worker or the sewer, they got all this time, and then stitcher, and have to grab on the fabric and then tuck it in, and sew it. Who else? Assembly line workers, they basically using the same tool day and night on. What about mechanics? Yeah, mechanics, they same thing. You go underneath the car, use the same ratchet, screwdriver. Professional gardener, hand weeding, using the power tool. Painters, using spray guns and brush, same action. All right. Oops. And we have truck drivers, holding on the steering wheel, and clerical workers, like clerk, using the keyboard and the mouse. Most of us do it, right? Secretary, same thing, using the keyboard and the mouse. This is pretty cool, pretty funny, but it's true. Farmers, like they're milking the cow and handling the equipment, and homemakers, kneading, sewing, infant handling, especially infant handling. You carry the baby, carry the infant, and then you use a lot of your arm and your hand and your wrist. Yep. Janitors, like scrubbing, and meat packers, like the butchers. They use the knife a lot, and then cutting, carrying heavy stuff. This is another one. It's dental hygienists or dentists. They all use the equipment and stuff, and you have to just hold it, and it's creating a lot of problem. And And the list goes on also. Yeah, as massage therapists too, because you have to do the strokes and stuff. Basically, sometimes people don't really use the right technique, and what happens is they hurt your wrist and hand. So for me, I do work on my wrist a lot, because because you're using your fingers and your hand to work, and then sometimes it's really hurt. And I remember doing like one time I was in this private club, actually in the city. Private club is called the University Club. They had the anniversary, so it's like I have to like work like 7 or 8 people straight in a row. So because that's the anniversary, and everybody is getting ready, getting a massage before they go to the big party at night. So it's like non-stop working, and sometimes it does take a toll on your hand. So yes, constantly working on it, and of course be sure to make sure you are monitoring, and make sure you make sure you are aware that it's going to cause the pain, right? Okay, people like computer programmers and graphic designers, same thing, using the keyboard, the mouse, and also graphic tools. Graphic tools that you have, even though now you have the for the iPad you have the pencil and everything, it just is the holding on the pencil, and it creates the tightness on the hand and the wrist too. And also hairdresser musician, they're using their instruments, and it creates a lot of problems. Yeah, so the list goes on, like agricultural workers, locksmith, of course electronic industry worker, like really assemble the small parts. Now I think mainly is a lot of them are using robots and stuff, but during those days, or some company might still be using human to do it, right? And carpenters, and the list goes on, cashier, fine artist holding the brush. Okay, all right, so those are the people who are kind of like susceptible, or they're prone to having problems on the wrist, right? So just have to take care of it. So how do we, those are the who, right? How do we create or change it, right? Or actually we cannot create it, because we could change it, but sometimes it's also created by lifestyle habit. What do you mean by lifestyle habit? Lifestyle habit, and let's see, lifestyle habit? What do you think it is? Let me know in the comment below. Okay. So carpal tunnel, you have the risk of carpal tunnel even you due to the factors which mentioned above. But even if you don't know, your day-to-day activity might put you on a further risk of the condition. Why? For example, like using a heavy touch on the keyboard. Sometimes you really go dig into the keyboard. Sometimes with the you get a tighter grip of the when you type harder, right? Your grip will be harder, so it creates aggravates the nerve a little bit. And also watch how you position your wrist during the activity. If not only using the mouse, but sometimes using your tools, or even cooking. So make sure you have your wrist well supported, instead of just go and avoid bending all the way up and down, and but creating the pressure on the medial nerve. So you don't want to go like and then down, up and down, so that you create pain on the nerve, right? Okay, and of course repetitive activities. That's the pretty much the lifestyle now, like typing, kneading, as I mentioned earlier, swiping on the phone, or answering emails, and also painting, and make sure all this will cause inflammation, but make sure you take breaks, like once you maybe type too much, you feel you're tired, just move your hand, stretch a little bit. What you want to do is rub it, so create circulation to the area, so that blood can go through and you feel much better. So watch your texting habit too. We are so used to our phone now. Think about time that we don't have our smartphone, and we don't have access to the internet. What do we do, right? So we do try to avoid that, but it's kind of really tough. But still make sure you watch your texting habit, and the way you're holding your phone as you text or check your message. Make sure you don't go like too aggressive, and then that what happens, you see, if you do this on your phone, right, just kind of like will tighten up your ligament, then they will hit on the nerve. So just make sure you kind of like watch what you're doing, watch your stuff, and check message, less, don't just, when the phone have any notification, you just look down and just start swiping. All right, poor posture too, because what happened is, when you look at the phone, remember we talked about text neck, you already bend, you're putting more weight onto your shoulder, and it rolls. What happened is, it tightens up on your neck, right? Then it's roll all the way down your neck to your shoulder, and down to your hand, and then that's also will worsen the compression of the nerve. So yes. So what can we do, with all these lifestyle habits? What can we do, right? So the only thing we can do is, or we should do, is change our habits. Yes, yes, I know. Changing our habit it could be pretty hard, right? So it's not that easy, but we need to. So for instance, like let's say people who have jobs, like or that needs them to use their wrist a lot, and doing a lot of same activities, which is going to mess up their lifestyle, right, and their hands, right? So what you can do is, that's why a lot of sometimes, actually, like the best advice that people ask us, like, you have carpal tunnel, what should you do? Quit your job. It's the best advice, because if you stop doing what you've been doing for so many years, then you'll be better, right? Yep. So yeah, quit your job or change your lifestyle, change another job, so that basically the same thing, or change your life, switch your life up a little bit, and then do stuff that you've been doing, do stuff that you I'm lost with words. Okay, do stuff that different from the things that you do daily, so that will help, number one, off your focus, and also number two, help improve your hand or your pain. All right, so, or you can talk to your employers and say, we need to have change the ergonomics of your workstation, make sure everything is correctly, ergonomically correct. When you use your mouse, make sure your arm, you have a table rest, or you have a gel pad like this, so that you can rest your wrist on top on it, so that you will not create the overuse of the wrist, right? Or you can also wear a wristband. That's like, but then that's like, to some people might be too clunky. But then it helps. Yeah, with the wrist braces, it helps you to neutralize your hand, so that you won't have too much pressure onto the nerve itself. And then last but not least is just exercise your wrist regularly. Make sure you make a fist, and then you stretch, and also massage the area. There's some stretching that we can do, and we're going to show you on Monday how to avoid or how to prevent carpal tunnel syndrome. Okay, right. So basically, exercise, and if you do gentle massage that will bring circulation, and also bring blood to the area. Circulation, blood, same thing. Yeah. All right. Okay. And that's how you get rid of the pain. So basically, change your habit, right? Okay. So that's pretty much what we went from the cause, what it is, the cause, and what are the symptoms, and now how do you prevent it, basically. Yep. Okay, so let me go to the chat and see what's over here. All right, I almost clicked on the wrong button and it says, do you want to bend still? I'm like, no. Oh, nope. All right. Okay, let's see. My friend did that. He said he got permanent back pain or something for it. Huh? What do you mean? Oh, okay. Repetitive use. You is using a jackhammer. Yeah. So because while using the jackhammer, right, you don't realize you're messing up your wrist, right? Because the vibration from the jackhammer, and then it may kind of mess up your wrist, right? And while you're doing that, you're bending over too. So like what still say, got some permanent back pain. Yeah. Yep, exactly, because it's because of the vibration. Yep. Old people get it too. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So old people get it too. I think you're referring to repetitive. I don't know what you're referring to. Old people get it too. Let me know still. All right. I think we were talking about posture or something. I'm not sure, but let me know. Okay. All right. So basically, hope this helps. To educate you more, and you learn more. And of course, we sometimes we don't know. Like for example, what Steve said just now. His friend is working with a jackhammer, and all. Next thing you know, is like you have backache and you don't know why, right? Or maybe he might know why because of the jackhammer, but then some with yeah, that's true. Wait, hold on a second. Okay, that's what carpal tunnel. Yep, for old people. Yeah, old people have that too, because sometimes, think about it, like sometimes they especially like farmers and stuff, they do the same thing over and over again, and that's what happened, and by the time you get older, it's like everything is already messed up, like big time. Yep. Okay. Yeah. So where was I? So yeah, I mentioned earlier, with Steel's friend, you don't really kind of like don't realize you're messing it up, because you're just working. How do you know? Like sometimes, especially like us massage therapists. Sometimes you just, for me when I work, like if I find somebody has a big nut or something, I'm like all in working to work, dig and try to get rid of the pain, right? And sometimes you don't kind of like forget to make sure that you have to use the correct stroke, and make sure you also have to take care of yourself. You'll be aware of how you use your technique so that you won't hurt your hand. Yep. Okay, so let me see one more. This is a few years ago that he did a job but still feels and never address it. Ooh, okay, yeah. Maybe he should ask him to just check it, because I have get it fixed, because when he comes older, then it's gonna come back and help him. Yeah, yep. So that's why I say, if you have any accident, any fall, even you don't feel anything, because sometimes you think you're young, you're strong, the pain will go away, but later on in life it will come back and haunt you, and sometimes you probably don't know how it happened, because it's like way back. So normally people who comes with me with the pain, or say they have like been having this pain for some time, I always ask them what happened, what happened before you had that pain, and try to trace back the original cause of it, the origin of it. So you need to go back and figure out, because sometimes we just don't know that even the fall, like when you were in grade school or something, and then now you're in your 30s or 40s and you're feeling the pain and you do not know why. So you need to go back to trace the history of it. Then you can once you get the history or the root of what happened, then you can treat it properly, and we'll do our best to get rid of it from the root wise. Yeah, so that you will have pain again. Yeah. Let me see. Or I will figure out where it was on his back or legs or whatever. Yeah. I forgot where exactly it was. Yeah. So yeah, try to figure it out, and then maybe you can help him. Ask him to come down, and come up and let us know, and maybe you can help him. Okay. What I'm trying to do is also not tomorrow though, because tomorrow is Good Friday. I just realized tomorrow is Good Friday, so tomorrow we might just take off for the day. But then again, probably starting next Friday, I'm going to probably have somebody come out live and talk about their whatever is bothering them. I think hopefully I can get Fabian out, because he said he has been having a neck problem, so we can just address that, and also that way it's more helpful. And also you can always ask question, but sometimes asking question with text is kind of like even through chat is kind of difficult, because what I read might not be what you want to convey, or it's hard to get the hard to convey when you write text. Sometimes what I read is not what you meant, right? So anyways, we're going to try and start doing that hopefully by next Friday. And I just need to make sure that we can get you on live, so that we can chat and on the screen, so that we can chat. And it's better to tell me, like, it's easier to show me where the pain is, like trying to describe, like, the pain is on the back here, let me show you. It's maybe like 2 fingers down up the shoulder, or a border of the shoulder, or something like that, instead of just like pointing in on the spot and then show me in the camera, and it's much easier. Yeah. Yep, that'd be cool, right? Yeah. Still, if you have any question too, maybe you can put you on live, and then we actually truly chat, like live, real life talking, but not in real person, right? But still cool. All right. Okay, all right. So thank you very much for watching, and oops, that was fast. Let me just. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and you can always, as you know, we need some support so that the channel can goes on, but it's not compulsory, not necessary. But if you wish to support, if you like our content and wish to support, you can always go to buymeacoffee.com/Winston Woon and support us there. And also maybe one time, maybe for the full month. All depends on what is how is how you want to support us. It's fine, but also you can always go to. Did I have this on? Nope. Also, you can always go to pressandsoul.com/Vincent Woon. Let me just see if I can just plug this up here. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the description below. Oops. Okay, I'm going to put the link in the description below so you can go check out our merchandise. It's basically t-shirts now. So, and help support us that way. Yep. And also, you can go to Super Chat down here. Super Chat. Right down here. Okay, down here you can click on the super chat and support us through that way. All right, and thank you very much for watching, and don't forget to stay stress-free by changing one habit at a time, and I see you in the next video. Of course, you can reach me at Stress Out Stress Free in Facebook, Stress Out Stress Free in Instagram, or Vincent Woon in Twitter. Or you can always ask a question here, but it's better if you kind of message me in Facebook, because that way I will not it will make it easier for me to find you at Stress Out Stress Free. Okay, because let's like I tried to look for Fabian the other day. There's so many Fabian that I don't know which one. And also Stephanie too. And she only have Stephanie on Facebook. I mean on YouTube. So it's like hard to find the one that I'm looking for, the Stephanie that I'm looking for. So just message me in Messenger so they can, if you have any questions, just let me know. And also, I'm thinking of having a free 15 minutes consultation on. If you want to ask me a private question, so I will probably have that set up in the Buy Me Coffee, and then we can schedule you and we can talk from there. Okay. So don't forget to check out these videos up here. All right. And I see you in the next video.